Good morning, everybody, and I'm so grateful that you all showed up because there's an important conversation that we are having, and we're having right now. Thank you for being here. I represent here and speak on behalf of, very so briefly, 3 different groups. And spoiler alert, the third group is way more important than group 1 or 2. Group 1, as I was introduced, I'm the executive director for an anti-trafficking agency based here in Los Angeles called Saving Innocence. Heroes that work nearly around the clock. And our focus for most of these last 14 years has been the recovery and the restoration of child victims of sex trafficking. You heard a few ages so far in this morning's presentations, 14, 13, 12. I'm here to tell you we have a lot of victims turning survivors in that age group and have had a lot all the way to a few years ago. We stepped into the life of a little 7-year-old. So we are totally committed to this work. And just briefly, the focus of Saving Innocence has been threefold. One is that advocacy that I just talked about, showing up in the middle of the night oftentimes and walking with these young survivors, getting them everything that they need. 2, we realize that the biggest contributor to their vulnerability is the lack of an intact, healthy, loving, and protective family. So we became a foster family agency within Saving Innocence, recruiting and training and supporting families with the right heart and the right focus to take care of these kids, and then we're going to support them with everything we have along the way. And then the third focus has been, over the last year and a half, we stepped into co-leadership along with the Sheriff's Department of the LA Regional Human Trafficking Task Force. And it's our honor to work side by side with dozens and dozens of agencies, some law enforcement, some NGOs, all focused on the same task of disrupting this crime and taking care of those that are affected. That's group number 1. Group number 2 are the many NGOs, the many nonprofit organizations, and there's a map with some logos on it, probably in your literature. We work side by side with 40 or 50 or 60 agencies on a regular basis, and I'm here to say thank you on behalf of not only Saving Innocence, but all of them for the support that these agencies that stand behind me, as well as so many that aren't here. We love that partnership. We need that partnership. And so I say thank you on behalf of all of those NGOs, Saving Innocence included, up and down the state of California, not only just for this past week and this operation, but throughout the year. Okay, the third group. I already let you know it's the most important group that I represent. And that's these young victims. That's these young survivors. I represent them, and my team represents them. And I don't need to say a lot. I'll let some of their words speak to you this morning. In one moment of crisis, a young 15-year-old we were meeting for the first time, she's broken. It's at her most vulnerable moment. And she says to our advocate, I just want to be treated like a human being. Thank you, young 15-year-old, for defining the reality that we're living in. Vulnerable people, including children, are being subhumanly treated. They're being dehumanized, bought and sold like a commodity, one trafficker once said. I view them as a commodity, something to buy and sell. I just want to be treated like a human. Great. What a great starting point. All right, let's go, Los Angeles and beyond. Are we going to stand for that? Absolutely not. We are not going to stand for that. Another young survivor said to us, I had no choice. It wasn't my fault. It was survival. Think about that for a moment. Let that word sink in. A 14-year-old is wondering about her survival, whether or not she's going to make it to the next day or not. Now I'm surrounded by lots of men and women that are well equipped to be in life-threatening situations. They're well armed. They've been trained. They've got a friend on the radio that can call for backup. They willingly step into survival situations every day of the week. No 14-year-old or 12-year-old or 7-year-old should be asked and expected to live in a truly survival situation. It's absurd. We as a humanity have to get better. And then as my last statement, I actually got a handwritten note. When's the last time you've ever received a handwritten note? It's been a while, hasn't it? I got a handwritten note that was addressed to me and one of our advocates. I really did nothing in the equation, but somehow she heard my name, and so I got the letter addressed to me as well. And among other things, she said, "Thank you for a second chance at life." Wow. A lot of 15, 16, 17-year-olds are thanking you for maybe the new car they're going to drive if you're a parent, or the family vacation, or the new clothing outfit. This child is thanking us for a second chance at life. The many partners that worked together to liberate her and pull her out of that situation, the many partners that helped her with her mental health and getting her through school, she's grateful. So I close with this idea, and it's more, not less. We need more of an effort by LA County and beyond, in fact, the entire country, to combat this criminal enterprise, not less. We need more laws that interrupt this crime, not less. We need more law enforcement on the street conducting investigations, apprehending the traffickers, not less. We need more NGOs and more funding for them, not less. Because I'm convinced there's thousands in our midst, hundreds of thousands in our country that would absolutely love a second chance at life. Thank you for being here. And for the press in this room, we need more, not less. Don't turn your cameras off. Don't put your pens down. This last week has been an operation, but it's happening all year round in this city and beyond. We need more, not less. And we don't have a minute to waste. Thank you.
I want to yell amen. Alan, that was amazing. And it shows why we're all here, how important this is, why all of our men and women work so hard to save that next child. So Alan, thank you very much. And to be honest with you, we could not do this without our private partners.